Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
We're a couple of couch potatoes in love that love reacting to some Castlevania.
Yes, we do.
So this is Castlevania Season 3, Episode 6. If you want all of our reactions to this series, we have a playlist in the description of this video. And if you want early ad-free access, you can get over a month ahead on Patreon, depending if you want to do the YouTube edits or if you want to do the full watch-along reactions. And we have a link for Patreon down below in the description of this video.
Lots of links.
Yep, and this is Bucky, in case you don't know, and that's Foxy next to Bethany.
Yeah. Our sweet little Foxy butt.
Got him the boots you want it.
Thank you.
It's nice to be dressed again.
But
The thing about moving right now is that I think it'll feel nice when I stop doing it.
you didn't want to go for a walk then?
What?
Well, I could hardly take you for a walk with bits flapping around in the open air, could I? A bird might think your penis was a twig and fly off with it. Well then, would you like to go for a walk? Bit of fresh air in the starlight?
I think I would. Yes.
Good. Sadly, there's a condition.
Like a dog.
Not my idea. Streaker insisted. It should be quite comfortable. She just wanted a little extra security.
You're 10 times stronger than I am, Lenore.
Streaker pointed out that you're a magician. So, would you mind?
Fine.
Good boy.
Oh.
Walkies.
You are their pet.
Lovely night. What do you think?
It's a bloody chilly night. It was warmer in my cell.
That's because we channel waste heat around the castle with pipes.
Really? Even to the cells?
I keep telling you, we're not monsters.
Is that vampire magic?
Actually, just science. Centuries old. The thing is, Hector, humans forget things and vampires don't. You have a lot to learn.
And will I get the chance to?
So dramatic. Relax and enjoy the night.
It's beautiful.
Can't see how the sun would improve this view.
All right. I admit it.
That's fantastic.
See? It's not so bad here, is it?
I could do without this.
Does it hurt?
No.
It just reminds me of the last time someone put a collar on me.
In Brayla.
When
Camilla almost killed me.
She was of a temper. But she would never have meant to kill you.
No. Because she needs me to be.
Be our Forge Master slave.
No, because if she'd meant to kill you, you would quite simply be dead.
True.
And if she meant to torture you, you would have arrived here carrying your guts in both hands with a spike up your arse.
Okay.
She does have a temper. But she's logical. She never lets it run away with her to the point of, oh, I don't know, condemning the entire human race to death. Just a recent example of what being genuinely insane with murderous rage looks like.
All right.
She's good.
You may not have been treated like a boy king on... Have you considered that you're only alive because you listened to Carmilla back in Dracula's castle?
I haven't. She tricked me.
I don't think she did. I think she made complete sense to you, and you felt guilty, understandably, about how it all played out.
She made me betray Dracula.
No, she didn't.
She didn't make you. No.
She showed you the old man was insane, and she saved you from the consequences.
She convinced you.
Nobody here wants to harm you.
She manipulated you.
Don't quite trust you yet.
Trust me.
You did try to hurt me, Hector.
She's really good.
Wait. Now he's complaining again about you and how you beat the shit out of him.
Oh, for God's sake.
In hindsight, beating the shit out of him does seem like a miscalculation.
Yeah.
New cell. In you go.
Is this a trick?
We thought you might like to be able to read. Pass your lead through.
She's really good.
There. Good boy.
Yeah.
The book, by the way. Can I see you tomorrow night?
Asking permission.
Yes.
Of course.
Thank you.
Good night. Dream well.
He's sad.
Yeah. He's also a confidence man.
But he dreamt
Mm-hmm.
that with us.
Yeah, he did.
That bothers you?
A little.
You know what really bothers me? What?
And maybe he's been on his own for so long that he was willing to drop the front that quickly because he that desperately needed friends.
He's that sad. That alone. Suffering under that loss.
Remind you of someone.
That's a depressing thought.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think we should help him.
Of course you do.
It's the right thing to do. And we may need his help.
I hope I get to live long enough to find out how it ends.
Oh, shit. Getting his story? So this is that gateway. What the hell? You went to an entirely different show. Sci-fi one.
Who is he talking to, do you think?
He's trying to, whoever he lost. More sci-fi shit. They're in Ruby, the moon blew up.
Oh, yeah.
Time to wake up from your peyote trip.
Yeah, like right now. Because he sees you, dude.
Hmm.
Never bloody easy, was it? There was you.
Neat trick.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
I never wanted to sleep in those days. And now, here I am again, never wanting to sleep. Not until I find you. Not until I live in the good dream again. Not until you're back.
He's just a romantic. That's not creepy at all.
The one who can talk well. The one with the eyes. I made you in Genoa.
You mean me?
I do. Sit with me a moment.
What do you wish?
I was curious. The night is long, and I've been given much to think about of late. I ask a question of you.
Of course.
Do you remember who you were before you went to hell?
I almost do. It's like I remember how it was to dream and to remember moments of the dream, but never the entire play. Do you see?
I do. What do you remember?
I was a scholar in a place called Athens.
What did you study?
I was a philosopher.
And this was a thing that sent you to hell?
Discussion of the nature of the divine became a crime.
Who declared this a crime?
Christians.
To think about God would surely not be a sin in God's eyes.
And yet, here I am.
And perhaps you have not told me all of your dream.
Yeah.
I was betrayed. Forge master. I was hunted. I was tortured. I lied for my life. In a church. Before a judge. I gave up others. So
There it is.
I may live. I became a sinner. They killed me anyway. I woke up in hell because this world is insane. And I learned something about sin.
What did you learn?
I learned to like it. Yet, here I am, back on the surface of the earth, strong and free in a world where thinking is considered something that should be tortured and murdered. Thank you for my second life. I intend to use it well and make wonderful new dreams.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Good scene. All right, so what'd you think?
Two really powerful scenes.
Yeah.
And then one very trippy scene. So with Lenore, I mean, we've said it before, but she is just so damn good.
Yep.
Brilliant at reading people, at analyzing them for their desires, their weaknesses. Like, she has a wonderful way of getting to it without probing, and then exploiting it to her ends, in a way that you don't realize you're being exploited. Like you don't recognize it.
Yeah,
It
it's very
feels-
effortless.
Yeah, I mean, she's just. It's gonna sound bad because I don't want to use it the way that Lenore uses it, but like I wish I had her people skills. Like I wish I had her ability to read people, to assess them, to
But use it in a good way.
Right. Not to use it for this purpose, obviously, but like she's just so smart and gifted at this in a way that I admire and I go, damn, like I wish I had that ability. And then at the end, the scene with Isaac and the philosopher from Athens, that conversation was so good because I never knew where it was going to go next. And it surprised me at each turn.
Oh, that's a good way to put it. Lenore's becoming one of my favorite characters in this show. Yeah, really impressed with her the more we see of her. And to then all of a sudden, like, I wouldn't have thought she would go to like the sensuality angle, but like to like taking off his leash and like almost like their lips touching and everything. Yeah, I mean, so that was masterfully done. And, I've said before that like this show really is not afraid of silence and takes its time with everything and the pace, and like she does too. And, tearing down Dracula and is a smart way to make him not romanticize the past and how good he had it with Dracula, and like how great Dracula might have like treated him, showing that saying that like Dracula was like crazy, and that Carmilla didn't trick you, she didn't manipulate you, no, she freed you, she like just tapped into that part of you that knew that what Dracula was doing was crazy, and that you didn't need like any real convincing for that. So that's good as well. I mean, because what like master manipulators will do is just sort of like separate any sort of attachments you have with anybody else and make it so it's all about you and them, and so like they are your new attachment. Hector doesn't really have any attachments. I mean, he had his pets, and then like Dracula and Isaac were like his only other people that he associated with. So yeah, she's just very impressive. And the scenes with her are captivating.
Yeah, 100. I mean, that's a great word for it. They're captivating, 100%. The scene with I don't remember his name, but our newfound friend in this village, that's our glimpse at the other worlds, dimensions, whatever it is that you can go to. And it looks like kind of like planet Earth, but it spans all time. The like essentially like this. I didn't see
multiverses, whatever, basically too. Yeah,
I didn't see anything in here that was like a different planet. Like everything here felt like Earth, but at different times or in different universes of Earth. So for multiverse. Yeah. Very trippy. I'm curious. It was curious experiencing it through his dream reality and like coming upon him as he was sleeping, and he says, like, no, something's wrong. This doesn't feel right. This isn't right. Obviously is lured into doing it despite his feeling. Yeah. And then we see him trying to chase someone down. This someone is a woman, but we don't. I mean, I don't.
We assume it's a woman because of the long hair and everything like that, but
I don't recall us getting any information from him as to like who this other person was, whether it was a him or her, what the relationship was or anything like that. I mean, this seemed to yield that she was his wife or a lover of some kind, but we don't have that confirmed, if I'm remembering correctly.
We don't have it confirmed. Last episode, we were even debating if it was like someone that he loved, and that if it was going after someone maybe that he hated, like he lost them in this dimension, like overthinking it like we normally do. But I mean, that's the fun with these shows, right? Is having some crazy theories and trying to figure out like what your mind can think of, like where the writers could take it. But it was more straightforward than that. It was someone that he lost. It was someone that he loved. Or at least, again, this is from what we're seeing so far, that's what I'm gathering. And he had 2 rings on his one on his thumb and one on his index finger. They were different. I think one was silver, one was gold. I was kind of led to believe they were like wedding rings, and maybe like he doesn't wear his right now because like he's, I don't know, waiting for her and like to give hers back, and then he'll put his back on. Now I'm leaning more towards a lover and a wife, and I don't know. At some point, like because of the long hair or whatever, I'm like, I don't know. Is this like an alternate universe of like Alucard or something like that is in there, like with his long hair?
Yeah.
But again, the crazy theories. So this was just the dream of him remembering what had happened, and he lost his person. Then like they threw the little stone to like, hey, this is like, to come and try to find me again. I'm staying here, but if you ever want to come see me again, here, this is it. I'm glad we got more answers for that right away instead of like letting it, linger on and wondering more about it. Like we're starting to slowly unravel that part. I want to get back to some more Sci-Fi and Belmont. We saw them a little bit, cuddle up and after some sexy time, but I want to see them again, like, kicking some ass.
Yes, agreed to that. And just going back to the alternate universe, it was interesting that he reached out to her. I'm going to say her. We don't know for sure, but that's what we're going with right now. Reached out to her and called to her, and she seemed to be willing to reach back and then decided not to. Yeah. So very much looking forward to learning more about what that relationship is and what happened in that moment, because that it very definitely to me did not seem like she was trapped there or unable to go to him, but rather that she made the active choice to stay and not to continue reaching out to him and not to connect with him and get pulled back. So that just to me is, it's a very different outcome than maybe what we might have assumed before seeing the scene. So I'll be curious to learn more.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. If you want early ad-free access, get a month ahead or more, check out the description of this video because we got a link to Patreon there. And thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Castlevania Season 3, Episode 6. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.
I'm going to stop saying thanks so much. I think that's your trigger word.